absolute value, additive inverses, coefficient, variable, unit rate, proportional, and percent. So our first two terms deal with integers and positive and negative numbers. Absolute value means the distance a number is from 0. So for example, if you have 5, 5 is 5 units away from 0, so the absolute value of 5 is 5. If you have negative 10 is 10 units away from 0, so the absolute value of negative 10 is 10. Additive inverses are numbers that are added together to make 0, so they're essentially opposite numbers. If you have 4 and negative 4, they are additive inverses because when you add them together, they make 0. Our next two terms come into play when we're talking about algebra, algebraic equations, and expressions. Coefficient is a number that is multiplied by a variable. It's a factor. It tells you how many of a variable you have. A variable is a symbol that represents an unknown value. It's something that you're trying to find. Our next three terms deal with proportions. So we have unit rate, proportional, and percent. A unit rate is a rate that describes 1 unit. It's per 1 unit. So common unit rates in real life are speed, price, miles per 1 hour, or the price for 1 unit of something. Proportional is used to describe ratios that show the same relationship. So for example, you could have $5 for 1 bar of candy and then $10 for 2 bars of candy. Those two ratios are proportional because when you simplify them down, they show the same relationship between cost and number of candy bars. And finally, we have percent. Percent is a special kind of ratio that shows how many per 100. So for example, if you have 56%, that means you have 56 out of every 100.